Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices. I'm just going to start with the S&P on the 100 ticks. I had this count here. I wasn't going to change it. I'm going to change it now slightly. I understood that the market was going to push up. That wasn't the problem. And I felt that I counted this right from this ABC correction here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for wave 1 and 2 here. But the trouble is this move here is not looking like wave 3 here, so we can't put this wave 3 here and 4 here and 5 here. Well, we could, but it make wave 3 a little bit short from here. So I need to reorganize this a little bit here. So I need to move this wave 1 and wave 1 and 2 here, and then put this is wave 1 here and wave 2 here, wave 3 and A and a B and a C for wave 4 here, then wave 5 here for this wave 3, then this wave 4, and then this wave 5 coming into this play here. So yeah, I thought that I'd just sort of explain that because that's the thing with Elliott. You just need to keep sort of cycling it, and of course hindsight is always 100% accurate, but when using Elliott it can be a bit tricky. So this is what we're looking at here at the moment. So I also think that this is not correct as well here in this particular instance as well here, this particular count, because then I'd have wave 3 here and then wave 4 here. So this would end up with wave 4 overlapping this wave 1 over here. So this count is not correct either. So there still needs to be work done on this. Now, one of the things that we can look at here at the moment is that this particular move down from the high here is in 3 waves to this point here. If it moves down further, then we would have 5 waves down here. So I'm just going to remove this one and this one here for the time being and put those over here. So this, like I pointed out, there's something not quite right here. So we can look at this as an A and a B and a C here as a corrective pullback, the same as this one here. And we could look at this as wave 1 moving up through here. So we could put this as a bit of a, I can't draw on that side of the price here, of course, but I'll just put that there. So if the market pushes up through there, then that's going to be our next trade to the long side. And then I need to readjust this once again, just like I did then as well. The main point here is that we are still seeing impulse waves to the upside, and we're not seeing corrective waves to the downside just yet. So if we do see 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, then then we would have, if I can just draw in through here. So if we have that structure coming in, below this one here, then we would have 5 waves coming in, and then we would look for an A and a B and a C wave coming back up. Because we get 5 waves coming down here, then after correction we'll see another 5 down. Then at that point we would be looking at more of a bearish picture in that case. And when we were looking at, if you don't mind me just going straight over to, I'll just go to the daily chart here for this Amazon here. So what we'd been looking for here in a nutshell is we were looking at wave 1 and 2 here, and then wave 3 to the upside, wave 4 here, and then wave 5 moving higher up through here. Wave 4 is a little bit small here, but at the same time, if I go to the tick chart here, 100 ticks here, we were looking at, wave 4 here could have pulled back to, the wave 4 of 1 less degree down to this point here, but at the same time we have to put on our trader's hat, because there's a difference between being an analyst and a trader, and we need to divide those two points up. And so for a trading point of view here, we understood that this was corrective here. So if if we got back up above the 1,100 here, then we need to look for long trades. Now, you may have gotten a better entry than this here, but we had this one in here, then this one here, and we're looking for 5 waves up. Now, it's possible that I could put blue wave 5, if I can copy that for a moment, and put blue wave 5 here to finish this off here. But, and I'll just dark that out now into a grey there as an alternative count. So it's possible, but the trouble with having, we've got all of this as wave 1 here. So this took quite a long time, did it? So if the extension's in wave 3 here, so this blue wave 3 here, if the extension's in blue wave 3, then we would look at wave 1 and wave 5 here being roughly the same size and time and those sorts of things. So even though we've got 5 waves up here as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, it is possible to put wave 5 here because it has taken the top out here, but it's still a little bit small in regards to looking at the larger structure with all of this here. Okay, so I think that there is more upside here. I can't prove that, but at the same time, we need to, just be mindful of the two situations to start with. And I'm looking at Amazon because, in a nutshell, Amazon and Google's much the same as well in its count. So they're really big drivers of the Nasdaq and Facebook and so on. So. So I do think this has got more upside here, but I can't prove it. And the other point that we need to make here is that it is possible for the Nasdaq to pull back as an A and a B and a C back to the, if this is 5 waves up here, I can see where I could have made a mistake as such here, but it's sort of doesn't leave us any better off, but in one way or another this is an impulse to the upside. So we can look at an A and a B and a C to come back in this space here. It may not come all the way back here, by the by. Might just do something like this here, and I haven't pulled this apart here. But what I can say is that if I am wrong here and the market continues to the upside, if you get support on top of group 1 here, so we've got 1, 2 and 3, so this is subgroup 1, this is minor level here, 1000 is a major level and the 100 is a minor level, and then the 10, 20 and 30 is sub levels. So then you can go down into micro levels as 1, 2 and 3 in here as well, and work at that and get support on that as well. In this case here, it does appear that we can go higher. We just need to get the evidence for that in that case. Coming back to the S&P 500 here, I don't really have a lot to say at this stage with it, but what I can say is that let's just say that this high here, or even better still, 25.90, if that gets a tested support on top of that, then you can go long from that point. Okay, if otherwise, just allow it to drop here, because even if it drops here, then that's going to give us our 5 waves down, and then we'll still wait for a 3-wave counter trend. So we would see a bounce off group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80. So we'd see off the 80 here, we would see an A and a B and a C back up 50 or 60%, and then we can look for our short trades in at that point there. So it's not finished yet. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. It's that sort of simple. Let's just allow this market to do what it needs to do at this stage. But that's our long trade here, and our short trade setup would come after we get the bounce off the 25.80 here. Alrighty, cheers.